I still remember the day we found her. It was a Saturday morning. The house was quiet, too quiet for a home with 4 kids. When her little brother started crying because he couldn't find her, we went looking. That's when we found her in her room. She was gone. There was a bottle of pills on the floor, and a note on her desk. Her name was Amoka. She was 14. Amoka wasn't doing great in school, especially with math. Her grades were bad, and my aunt, her mom, was always yelling at her to be more serious. She decided to hire a lesson teacher to help her catch up. She thought it was a good idea. The teacher was this man, maybe in his late 30s, who seemed nice at first. He was always polite when he came to the house, always smiling and greeting everyone. My aunt trusted him completely. She would even leave the house sometimes when he was teaching Amoka. But Amoka started acting differently a few weeks after the lessons began. She was quieter, like she didn't want to talk to anyone. She didn't smile as much anymore. She stopped eating dinner with the family and spent more time locked in her room. At first, her parents thought it was just because she was stressed about school. My uncle would say things like, "She's just a teenager. They are all moody." But then one day, Amoka told her mom she didn't want the lesson teacher to come anymore. When my aunt asked why, Amoka wouldn't say much at first. She just said, "I don't like him." My aunt got upset and told her to stop being lazy. She said the teacher was being paid a lot of money to help her and that she had no choice but to continue. Amoka kept quiet for a while after that. But one day, she broke down crying and told her mom that the teacher was touching her. She said he would touch her during the lessons when no one else was around. I was there when she told her mom. I remember the way my aunt just froze for a second, like she didn't know what to say. But then, instead of being angry at the teacher or worried about Amoka, she got mad at her. "Stop making excuses," she shouted. "You just don't want to study. Do you think everyone who fails in life gets to blame someone else? You're just looking for a way out." Amoka tried to explain, but her mom didn't believe her. Later, she told my uncle, and he said the same thing, "She's lying because she's lazy. That man is a good person. He wouldn't do something like that." I'll never forget the look on Amoka's face when they said that. It was like something inside her just broke. The lessons continued. The teacher kept coming to the house. And Amoka got worse. She stopped talking to everyone. She stopped going outside. It was like she was just fading away. Then, that Saturday came. Her note wasn't long. It said, "I told you, but you didn't listen. Now you will have to live with it." The police got involved after she died. They read her note and started asking questions about the teacher. At first, my aunt and uncle defended him. They told the police Amoka was lying, that she was just lazy and didn't want lessons. But then, the police found other girls he had taught. And they had the same story. He had been molesting them too. He had been doing this for years, and no one had stopped him because no one believed the girls. The teacher was arrested. He's in jail now. But it was too late for Amoka. Her parents haven't been the same since. They are more cautious now with their other kids. They listen more. But sometimes, I wonder if it's enough. Amoka tried to tell them, and they didn't listen. Now, they never get the chance to make it right with her. I think about her all the time. I think about how different things could have been if someone had just believed her. If they had just listened.